Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Parker from Boosted Automotive, and today I'm going to go over my top 10 best JDM cars. Now, do keep in mind, this is all opinion, so please don't rage at me in the comments, alright? That would just be stupid, because it's all opinion. All opinion, I cannot stress that enough. All opinion, alright? So this is going to be based off looks, performance, a bunch of other totally real factors, not just how cool I think they are. Yeah. Alright, so let's get into this list.
Number 10, Nissan Skyline GTR.
Starting off the list at number 10, I got the Nissan Skyline GTR. And yes, I know, there are like 5 generations of this car, but I'm going to be talking about 3 of them, that being the R32, 33, and 34. Now, I also like the R35, but I just like these more classic ones, Most of this list is going to be based on classic JDM cars. So, the design on these cars is just immaculate, the box shape, the spoiler, and they're so iconic for so many reasons, right? They've got the Godzilla in the R33, the poster car for the Fast and Furious movies, and a bunch of other stuff, GTRs. Everyone loves them. How can you not love the GTR? However, that doesn't change why they're at number 10. Like, you think this type of car would be higher on the list, but I just think they're too overhyped, They caught the JDM fever, and, that's how it is. That they're going to be super overpriced, stuff like that. Like, the GTR and the Mark IV Supra have it worse, though, Like, they're other cars. You guys don't have to buy these for $310,000. Now, I get that the R34 is like illegal in midnight purple, but like, why was it $310,000? Come on now. And it's bring a trailer too, so like, it doesn't really matter. But anyways, that's enough about number 10. Time to move on to number 9.
Number 9, Toyota AE86 Corolla.
And at number 9, I've got the Toyota AE86 Corolla. And I don't have anything against this car, unlike the GTR. It's just cool. It has good weight distribution, great in all parts of motorsports, and it stars on Initial D, so that's usually where most people know it from, is Initial D. And I absolutely love old boxy cars as well, which is probably the main reason why it made the list at all, and it's number 9. And, which are the looks. Yeah, so sure, all the other stuff is cool, but like, box car, I don't gotta say much more, short entry, whatever. Alright.
Number 8, Subaru WRX STI.
Well, now it's number 8, but this one is not going to be short, because I just have so many things to say. Alright, so after its 35th blown head gasket, at number 8 we've got the Subaru WRX STI. Now, do I think these cars are cool? Yeah, I do think they're cool, but they're good for rallying off-road. They look cool, they got the big old wing, all that stuff, but that's not the real reason I like them, which is obviously the means, blow your head gasket, if you're a Subaru owner, you vape, big wang gang, all that stuff, When someone thinks of JDM, they think of like Miata, like STI, like the meme culture of it, and just how cool they are, like drifting, but like Subaru and just the STIs in general are basically the embodiment of this meme culture around JDM, Anyway, here's a Subaru meme compilation to bless your day.
Number 7, Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4.
Now, at number 7, we've got the Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4. Turbo engine, 320 horsepower, all-wheel drive, 6-speed manual. Some of them even have pop-up headlights. I don't think this is the VR4, but probably the VR3 or something. They got pop-ups, and unlike most of the other 90s JDM, they haven't been too overly inflated in terms of price. If you know where to look, you can pick one up for under 20K, and they're just so sexy, like, honestly. Short entry, just like the 86, but it's up here, alright?
Number 6, Nissan 240SX.
So this is one of the most well-known JDM cars. I know what I have, blah, blah, blah. You know, they're going to try to way oversell you if you try to buy one of these. You know the drill. But seriously, these cars are awesome. The main use for them is drifting, but like every other car on the list, they are way too overpriced. They're originally priced at about 17K for a brand new one when they came out, and now this man here on Facebook Marketplace wants $12,000 for his that has 180,000 miles. Somehow, he says it runs like new with 180K on the speedometer, but you know, seems legit to me. Totally true. But there's a very slim chance that sometime in the future we may have one of these for the channel, because one of my neighbors has one sitting in the driveway and it's been there for a very long time. So if the channel gets like bigger, more popular, get more funds, maybe we could purchase one in the future for the channel, you know?
Number 5, Acura/Honda NSX.
Alright, at number 5, we've got the Acura/Honda NSX. Now, I'm going to give it to you guys straight. An NSX is basically just a really cool looking car. I mean, it kind of looks like a Ferrari and like a supercar, but it does not move like one at all. Its 0 to 60 is 5.9 seconds, which obviously isn't slow, but it's not anywhere near fast, especially how fast you'd think this car is when you look at it. And it's only a V6 with 270 horsepower, but I mean, it does have VTEC, but you know, VTEC makes up for it, you know? But then of course we have the new ones, which is nothing like the original. I mean, this beast has 573 horsepower with a 3-second 0 to 60 time, and also a pretty hefty sticker price of $200,000. And not to mention, it's a pretty sexy vehicle. But personally, if I was spending 200K, I'd probably buy like an Audi R8 or something, and not one of these. I'm also an Audi boy, because like that's the car I have. But you know, enough about me. Time to move on to number 4.
Number 4, Mazda FD RX-7.
How could I make this list without including at least one version of the RX-7? And my personal favorite is the FD, as long as a lot of other people. I mean, obviously, it's an RX-7, so it's got the Dorito engine in it, which is insanely reliable. Totally will not blow up after 50,000 miles, you know? I mean, it's also famous for the Fast and the Furious, you know, all that stuff. Insane drift machine, insanely good looking, and especially even when lowered, and I hate to say it, it looks pretty damn good when stanced as well. I usually don't like stance, but in this case, I do like it. So there's so many things you can do to mod the body of these. There's wide body, as I said, stance, as I said. You can do a drift build, whole variety of things. They're just so sexy. So I just gotta bless you with just a few of them right here. A little compilation for you, you know.
Number 3, Mark III Supra.
Alright, now at number 3, we've got the Mark III Supra. No, it is not the Mark IV, which may or may not be coming later on the list. It's a pretty underrated car in the community, you know, overshadowed by its aforementioned younger brother. But like all the other cars, really good looking, but it has something all the previous ones do not have, which is a cheap price tag. For example, this one right here is only $7,100. It may or may not have been for sale for like 2 years, because I remember when I was looking for a car, I saw this car and it was still on sale. So I don't know if there's like something sketchy going on here with this Supra, but you know, maybe no one wants to buy it, I guess, you know. In my opinion, honestly, it's the second best looking JDM car out there, which is saying something when you look at all the other cars on the list. You know, I just really like the styling of this car, you know.
Number 2, Mazda MX-5 Miata.
Miata is always the answer. I don't even gotta say anything else for this.
Number 1, Mark IV Supra.
Alright, number 1 is the Mark IV Supra. Just kidding. I actually hate the Mark IV Supra. 1,000 horsepower stock, my ass. Like, are you 12-year-olds seriously gonna be convinced that this thing produces more than like 320 horsepower stock? Now, yes, they are cool. They can be modded to be that much, but no, it's definitely not even on the list at all, especially not number one. So
Number 1, Nissan 300ZX.
my actual number one is the Nissan 300ZX. You know, I love this car. Number one in terms of looks. It's got twin turbos. It's got T-tops. What else could you want, dude? It's just so sexy. Compact, rear-wheel drive, wedge, all the good stuff. Plus, you can pick up a non-turbo one for as low as like $5,000. Now, it may be like off Facebook Marketplace, and it probably has like a bazillion things wrong with it. But you know, you can still get it. You just have to figure out how to fix that thing, you know. This is my top 3 favorite cars. Spoiler alert for a future video. I mean, I would do so many things to own one of these, and I'm not going to even comment on that. Because I would actually do a lot of things to get anything, you know. I'm open to doing gay stuff. That's a joke, by the way. Don't hit me up, boys. Alright, man. No further comment. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.